Hello, and thank you for tuning in today to another edition of Johnson Spotlight. That's right, we are here again bringing you another spotlight of another business. And our guest today will be none other than Mr. Miguel Koger, who is the owner and founder, CEO of Koger's Mortuary in Walterboro, South Carolina. That's right, Mr. Koger will be joining us very soon. And we're just going to get a few housekeeping things out the way first. And then we're going to accept him and invite him on in to our conversation so we can talk to and you all can listen to none other than Mr. Koger. But first of all, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to thank you for your constant support, your constant support in being a part of Johnson Spotlight. Johnson Spotlight, we're all about talking to or interviewing, spotlighting, whatever you want to call it, individuals and businesses with intriguing conversations for the purpose of advertising and the purpose of just basically getting you out there, putting the spotlight on you and your business and the things that you're doing in the community that are positively impacting our community. And we thank you all for tuning in to our broadcast. We want you to know that if you know someone that would like to be broadcast or someone that would like to be spotlighted, we invite you to send us an email about that person. Hey, I know John Doe, who is a great person doing something in the community, has a business, and their business needs to be spotlighted. And all you got to do is send us an email to johnsonspotlight1@gmail.com. Once again, that's johnsonspotlight1@gmail.com. Send us an email. We'll be glad to accept that email, and we will get in touch with you all to schedule the time and date and everything so that we can spotlight that business, okay? So, like I said, today we have Mr. Miguel Koger, who I said is the owner, the CEO, the founder of Koger's Mortuary there in Walterboro. Also, this video will be posted, and we have other videos that are on our YouTube channel. So we invite you to please go and subscribe and like and share our YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is Johnson's Spotlight. Johnson's with an apostrophe S, Spotlight. Go to YouTube, search us. When you search us and you find us, you'll see all the videos that we've done since we've been in existence there. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. And then once you subscribe, share it, like it. And we'll greatly appreciate all of your support. Okay, so once again, thank you all for tuning in and for being a part of Johnson's Spotlight. Well, without further ado, we're going to invite Mr. Koger, Miguel Koger of Koger's Mortuary, into our, he's going to be a guest tonight. He is our special guest tonight, and we're going to bring him on and have a conversation with Mr. Koger. We're just momentarily, he'll be popping on here, okay? So once again, thank you for tuning in to Johnson's Spotlight. We're just waiting for Mr. Koger to accept the invite. It says it's adding him. So once it's adding, it'll be just a few seconds. Okay, give it a few seconds. All right, they said it was no answer. Mr. Koger, I see that you're there, but it's not answering. So we're gonna try this once again. It's coming, so he is coming on. There you are.
How you doing?
How you doing there, sir?
How are you today?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm blessed, brother. I'm blessed.
Great, man. Great. First of all, I want to thank you, man, for accepting my invitation to come on to Johnson Spotlight and to talk with the people and to be our special guest tonight. We really, truly appreciate you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be a part of this spotlight on tonight, man. So I really, truly appreciate you for that.
It's an honor and pleasure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a pleasure for us to have you. Yes, sir. Here with us tonight. Yes, sir. So listen, we don't want to hold your time up too long, but we want to talk to you. We want to just ask you a few little questions and stuff and just get on in there and just, so I want to start off by you telling us who is Miguel Koger. Tell us about yourself.
Miguel Koger is a 50-year-old man who was born and raised in Ritter, South Carolina. Grew up kind of sheltered and shy, but always have a dream and passion for wanting to be into funeral service. So I pretty much put my whole body, time, and everything into wanting to be a mortician. And I raised up with a good family, a great community in Ritter. Everyone always supported me and showed me love. And today I am here on Jeffries Boulevard operating and running Koger's Mortuary. I'm married with 4 daughters, son of Israel and Doris Koger. I have one brother, Greg Koger, and I have all girls, so you know how the stress and pressure is having 4 girls, Mr. Johnson. But it's good to be here, and I'm just a simple, quiet, humble man.
Okay. And did you say 50 years old already, man?
Yes, Johnson. I'm climbing the ladder. Climbing the ladder.
Man, hey, that's a blessing in itself, man. I'm telling you, that's a blessing in itself. You and I both know there's several people that we know that have not even made it to that mark, man. So we're blessed to be able to make it to that half a century mark. You understand?
Glad to be here.
So, absolutely. So what inspired you to start the business? You said that you always wanted to be a mortician. What was your inspiration to start your own business,
Well, since the age of about 8 or 9 years old, I was planning this ever since childhood. I was writing in journals, planning out that I wanted to be on Jeffries Boulevard, planning out that I wanted to be the biggest mortician in Walterboro. So it wasn't something that I just did overnight. I planned it, I prayed about it, I got my education in funeral service, and I just felt the need that at the time that Carlton County needed a funeral home with facility and space and room, and so I just took the chance and just went after it, opened up Koger's Mortuary. And it hasn't been easy. I've had some hard days, but with God's help and blessing, I'm still here.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So it's been a dream as a child, and that dream has come to manifestation. And being a funeral director there in your home county, right, and serving the people that you grew up around, pretty much, that you grew up with and around.
That's
all right.
Correct.
So in starting your business, you said every day wasn't easy. What would you say was the most difficult part in starting your business thus far?
For me, Mr. Johnson, I would say when I opened up, I didn't really have the bank help financially, so I had to kind of do everything out of pocket, and everything fell on me. And really, when I opened up my business, I gained so much support from the community that at first it was really overwhelming. Because when I first opened up Koger's Mortuary, my goal was to do 35 calls in my first year. And I did 35 calls in the first 2 months, and I just was overwhelmed. It was just so much that it really was a struggle of keeping up, paying the bills when insurance policies are still in the file cabinet. It was really a struggle, but as time went by, things got a little better. But I would say that was one of my main struggles when I opened up. Just being overwhelmed with the love and support of the community, and I'm still enjoying it. I'm still loving it, and I just thank God every day for it.
Absolutely. So if there are any young entrepreneurs out there that maybe had the same idea that you did as an 8 or 9 year old kid, or they may be contemplating it now, being in business on their own. Because there's nothing like having your own. I mean, I'm sure that you can attest to that. There's nothing like having your own, whatever it is. I don't care if it's a car. There's nothing like having your own car. It's hard bumming a ride. So what would you tell that young person out there that's aspiring to be, he may be looking up to you, or she may be looking up to you and say, I'm going to be like Mr. Koger one day. That's my idol. I'm going to be like him one day,
Mr. Johnson, I would say to the young person that's looking to go into business to really study your craft, master your craft. Study the dynamics of your area to see if what you're going to do is really needed. Sometimes you have to maybe go to a different area. But for the young kids, for me, your most important thing is your credit. Your credit, establishing your credit to where you can be over that 700 mark and getting your federal ID, getting you a Dun & Bradstreet number for your business so that you can use your business federal ID number or tax ID number to fund your business and to help your business run properly. When I was younger, we were taught more about credit. And because where I'm from, credit wasn't a big conversation in the household. So I pretty much had to learn about credit down the road after I'd already destroyed it. So I had to come back and get my credit back together, make sure you try to pay your bills on time, and try to have people around you that are positive to put into your mind that you can do this. Because I think my family really supported me, my community really supported me. They pushed me to want to follow my dreams and my goals. I can honestly say that my family and my community, they would not let me fail. So I can say they pushed me up the hill to be where I am now. And to the young people, don't be afraid to step out on faith. I know a lot of the young people are afraid of failing in front of their peers, but with business and wanting to be successful, you're going to have some failures. That's just a part of your road to success. You're going to have some failures. You're going to fall into the valley sometimes, but never give up, follow your dream, and put God first, and everything else will fall in place.
Man, that's some good advice. Don't ever give up. You may fall down a million times, but as long as you can get back up and remember the course that you started, just keep going, and I'm sure there have been some times, Miguel, where you have fallen down. And I mean, you talk about the credit thing. I think that's something in the Black community that is not stressed enough with our young people. Me being like yourself, messed up credit. When we're young, man, you get your first credit card, and that idea is buy now and pay later. Later never get here, it seems like.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
That's why I try to teach my kids about their credit, not messing up their credit with junk, and tell them where once you get old enough and you get your own business and you get your own federal ID number and you keep your credit score high, now you can get the house you want, the car you want, and anything you want out of life.
That's right. That's right. Because it's all about that credit score, to be honest with you.
Credit score.
All about that credit score. All about that credit score. So when you started your business, what ultimate goal did you have in mind?
To be honest with you, Mr. Johnson, when I opened up my business, I wanted to be the biggest, the baddest funeral home on the block. I can't even lie to you about that, Mr. Johnson. I came out wanting to be the top in my mind in the funeral service. My goal was to bring to Carlton County new and fresh ideas. I wanted to bring facility. I wanted to bring new cars. I wanted to bring new ideas, and wanting to be the best is what really drove me to really want to be really successful in funeral service.
Okay. Okay. So on a bad day, how do you encourage yourself? Mortuary science can be, dealing with death all the time. What do you do when you have to step away from everything that's going on? Oh, I think we lost him for a moment there. We lost Mr. Koger, but we'll get him right back. Y'all just bear with us for one moment. Not exactly sure what happened, but I think he's back. Let me see. We lost the connection there, Mr. Koger. I see that you're on still. Not exactly sure what happened with this modern technology. Send us the, let me see. Okay, we got him back. He's coming right back on, so just stay tuned. We're going to continue this conversation with Mr. Miguel Koger of Koger's Mortuary. Okay. Just a moment. Okay, we're back then.
I'm back, Mr. Johnson.
You're back, man. Well, this technology, man, can mess you up sometimes.
Something we can't control, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, think about what I was asking you. Oh, on a bad day, what's your motivation? What's your because we all have them. We all have those days where it's just like, man, and like I said, in being the boss of a business, it probably hits you sometimes, and it has hit you even worse than it would, someone that works for you or what have, because they don't have the load that you have. So on those days when you just feel like just throwing in the towel, when you feel like it's just like, you know what, man, I can be doing something else, what's your motivation? What keeps Mr. Koger, Mr. Miguel Koger, because we see you out, we see you, talking with the people, we see you, the outside appearance. What keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated is knowing that a lot of people depend on me. I got 3 people that work for me full time. I have probably 15 part-time people. And I try to show my kids that no matter what you come into in life, that you have to be mentally strong to beat it all. You can never give up, you can never quit. And I never want my employees to see me quit. I want them to see what, no matter what pressure you put on my shoulder, whatever you put on my back, I'm always going to keep stepping. I'm never going to give up. I'm always going to keep grinding. And if I never give up and I never quit, and I got to pay all the bills, you have no reason to quit.
No reason to quit.
Sometimes I admit it gets a little overwhelming because to operate and run Koger's Mortuary on a monthly basis, it probably takes me about $25,000 a month. So,
wow.
So I know that I have to get up, I have to get out, I have to make things happen because I have a lot of people dependent on me. Plus, not only my family and my workers, but also my community. They have a lot of faith and they believe in me. And every day I tell myself I cannot let my community down. And that's what motivates me. That's what keeps me grinding every day and never wanting to give up.
Never wanting to give up.
You
have determination.
Yes,
you have determination because you're saying you never want to give up. So, I mean, that's that determination and that drive inside of you, man. So from the top, you said it's from a kid that you wanted to have your own funeral home, and you knew the location and you knew where you wanted to be. So what time frame did you have there? How long was it between the actual dream and the manifestation of the dream? Because you didn't come straight and you know, from high school into college and then went into your business. So how long was it, you know, in getting in preparation when you made your mind up that I've got to do this for myself and for my family and everything? How long was that before it became a reality?
Well, once I went to mortuary school back in 1991 and I came out in 1993, I worked for a firm, and at the time I was wanting a little bit more pay, you know, and knowing that now being in the business that I was kind of at the roof of my pay, and now knowing that how hard it was, but as being a worker, you didn't know yourself. So from the time I graduated in 1993, I said I wanted to take 10 years and work for someone, get to know the community, prove myself to the community so they can have faith in me. So when I do step up, there wouldn't be a shock value within that. So I would say during the time of doing my apprenticeship to working with Hamilton's funeral home, I had a 10-year plan already implemented where I knew eventually I wanted to open up my own funeral. So it took a lot of preparation. It took a lot of sacrifice. It took a lot of sleepless nights, but I would say it took me about 10 years to really put my plan together and put my time in the community before my actual dream of owning a funeral home came into play. Because I started on Jeffries Boulevard, but a lot of people didn't know that I actually had another building closer to the courthouse in Walterboro. And on the day that I went to go sign the contract, the lady backed out on me. So when she backed out on me, I mean, you know me, Johnson, I have these temper tantrums sometimes. And so my wife came home and was like, yo, yeah, I found a spot. It's a small spot. So we're going to have to make it work. So when she actually pulled up to the place, I asked her if the car ran out, because why are you stopping here? So when she showed me the place, I pretty much had another meltdown. So she was like, there's no other place we can go. There's no other buildings available in the short time of span that we needed. So she had to preach to me that we have to start small. We have to make it nice. She has faith that the community will still support me even though I am small. And actually the community helped me push me to a larger facility that I'm in now. So you really have to plan, even though I had the dream from childhood and I had the dream of going to mortuary school, it took me all those years to put things together. And once I became licensed, I would say that 10-year span is when I really started breaking it down and preparing myself.
You said you had a temper tantrum, huh? You didn't get what you want. You know, you just threw everything down. It's a meltdown.
Johnson, you know how I know.
Yeah, but listen, but you got yourself up. You had to receive that which was she was telling you. You know, you had to receive that. You know, and you didn't just say, "Oh man, forget this here." You know, that determination. It kept you in the game, man. It kept you pushing, you know?
Because like I told you, my dream was to open up and be larger. So when I really had to downsize, once I got in it, I had to tell myself that God wanted me to prove myself in a small place so that he could elevate me to a big place. And so once I got into it and I started believing that God would bring me to a bigger place, in which he did, I just had to bite the bullet and serve the people in the small place that I had.
Wow, and you did that for a few years. I mean, was it 5 years or so you were there?
I stayed there 5 years knowing that I had to step it up pretty quick if I wanted to keep my clientele. So I knew for 5 years I had to be moving out or already in a new building. Yes, sir.
Wow. That's great. Small beginnings. But look where you are now. And I'm sure that place you're in is not the end for Koger Mortuary, because you're determined and you are fighting and you're continuously going, you know, and you're growing.
Yeah, my plans is within the next year, I would say, 2023, coming out with a brand new place. That's my goal. That's my dream, and I'm going to see that through. I just have a few other things in iron right now that I have to finish projects, and once I finish those projects, I promise the community I'll be coming with a brand new funeral.
There you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. We look forward to that day, man. It's all about the growth. You understand? It's all about the growth. You know, I think if people get their mindset right, that it's not, you know, instead of being that crab in the bucket type mentality, and start being, you know, to where we're helping each other and we're supporting each other. You understand? You may be driving a Rolls Royce today. I may be driving a Pinto today. But then tomorrow I may get my Rolls Royce because I'm looking at you and I'm saying, man, that's where I want to be, you know? But if I got the mentality that I hope his tires blow out and I hope his, you know, the windshield wiper don't go right on his Rolls Royce, and that's not the way to be. You understand what I'm saying?
I tell my guys that all the time. Never be jealous of what another person has, because God has your own blessings prepared for you.
That's right.
For me, I kind of wear like how the horses have the blinders on. I don't care what no one else do. I don't care what no one else get. I know if I put my 100% into Koger's and I do what I have to do, that no one else can come in and mess that up for me. I think I have a real strong mental drive where I try to keep things blocked out and not let things bother me. I try not to get into anything with no one. I say that you just have to concentrate on you and be the best you can be. And with being that sometimes you can't please everyone, but as long as you just be you, and I think people will always see the real. The real will always outweigh the fake. So, and I think with that, people can understand me as my realness, and I shoot straight, no curveballs.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as I've known you, and I've known you now probably over 20 years, I know at least, you've always been a straightforward person, you know, always a straightforward person, and a person that if Miguel Koger has your back, he got your back. You know, if he said he's your ride or die, he's supporting you, he's gonna support you, you know. And so that's great. That's great to have a business person like that in the community. And if he can help you in any way, he'll help you in any way that he can. So I know that personally from being around him from all these years and from knowing him. You know, you don't have to be in constant contact with someone every day. When you have a friendship or a bond or a great foundation on a house, when you're building a house and you got a house that has a great foundation, you don't have to keep running back to that foundation to make sure over the years, I wonder if this house still gonna hold up. It's been 30 years. Do you feel the house? No, because you know it's a good foundation. And if you don't have a good foundation, then you have reason to run back and keep checking it. But when you got a good foundation, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
No worries.
Yes, sir. So tell us about Koger's Mortuary. Tell us about the services. Okay, we know it's a funeral home, okay? Some of us are not educated on insurance. Black folks, we need insurance. You know, they're not educated on insurance, okay? When someone dies, you need insurance to bury the people, unless you've got the cash money to bring that money into that funeral home and pay. Now, yeah, we go and we buy all kind of other stuff. We'll go and we'll buy the brand new Jordans that just came out. You know, we'll buy the freshest Timbs or whatever to put on our feet, the baddest outfit for Rice Festival. But when it comes to paying that premium on that insurance policy, we don't know a lick about that insurance policy, okay? And so we have the funeral home man, the undertaker here to tell us what are the priorities that we need to have, because they offer products, they offer services, you know? You can't go in there with nothing and think you come out with something, you understand? So, I mean, talk to the people. We got plenty of people here from Carleton County and all over that are listening. So we want to know from you, sir, you know, the deal.
The real deal, Johnson, is if you don't have insurance, you leave your family in a bind. Life insurance is good for death, but it's also good for after death. Declare bills. You might want to put kids through college. You might want to pay off your house. You might want to take a trip. We at times deal with, some families that don't have insurance, and over the years, I've seen that it really, in my opinion, sometimes tears the family apart, because now we have to, raise money or do GoFundMe to bury your loved one. And I think insurance is very important. I mean, because burying someone these days is not cheap. I mean, we're a business. I mean, funerals can run easily $12,000, $15,000, and if you want to put your loved one away, nice, it's going to cost you money. And unless you have the cash, not having insurance is a big burden on families, from what I see. I mean, because as far as Koger's Mortuary, we do direct cremations, we do service with cremations, we do traditional services with burials, we do with the horse and carriage, the doves, the butterflies, we do the balloon release. And when you start to get into those things, they start to add up pretty quick. And when I do come across a family that don't have insurance, I feel it's my duty to kind of push them to, hey, you might want to look into getting insurance, because if not, we're going to be doing this over and over and over. And a lot of times with not having insurance, you want to put your loved one away nice, and now you have to put them away at a very minimal type of way that a lot of times family don't really want to do it. But since they don't have insurance, that's their only option. My goal is to, if you have kids, if you have a family, take out insurance. It doesn't have to be $100,000. It could be $25,000, where you can still do a burial and still have a little money left over once you're done. But to go through life without insurance is pretty much like shooting yourself in the foot. It's like shooting yourself in the foot. If you don't have the money in the bank and you're going to go out and buy a pair of $800 Gucci's, and then you're going to wear them here to the funeral home, and you think I'm going to have some sympathy?
They come in for the arrangement, and they got they blinging.
You're looking good, but you're not. Your priorities are not in order.
Yeah.
So you need to reprioritize your life and put things in the right order. Taking care of your family, having life insurance, those are two of the top things that you should be, once you're a couple, once you are a husband and a wife, having insurance should be right up with getting a house, getting food. It's just that important. It's just that important.
And I'll also add in there wills and stuff, It's very important to have your wills together. You may say, well, I don't have nothing. All I got is this car. All I got is this, the insurance. Maybe you have insurance policy, and you have that insurance policy and you want to go to a certain person, go ahead and write a will. Even if you don't have a whole lot, sit down, write the thing out, take it, get that thing notarized so that it can, someone can read it upon your death, and you won't have no problems, because it's going to cause confusion in the family if you don't do something like that.
Yes, it will. I saw that once. My grandfather died, and surprisingly, he had a will where he wanted for each child what they got, who got the house, who got the car, and having those kind of things kept a lot of the arguments down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It kept a lot of arguments, because if you don't, now you might have sisters and brothers fighting over cars, over material things. So I would advise anyone who has a family house, cars, can definitely do it. So everything can be in place along with your insurance, so that when you do pass, your family has nothing to worry about and it's not a burden on them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. You know, that just sparked my mind. Maybe I need to get someone, an insurance agent, to come on Johnson Spotlight to talk to our people, to talk to people about insurance. Y'all, it's not a whole bunch of money to pay something every month so that upon, you know, not that you're planning to die, but if it happens, in case you do, okay, things are already in place to properly bury you, and you know the burden won't be on your family, because some families, like you said, there's arguments and stuff that are started, there's division that's placed there between those families, and you know, over land and $5, man, people don't speak to each other for the rest of their life, and they begin to get unforgiveness in their heart. And when you got unforgiveness in your heart, man,
the whole family is destroyed over not being prepared.
Not being prepared, absolutely, you know, so.
And like I try to tell people, just because you're not prepared, it's not a emergency for me. I'm here to help you, but if you're not prepared, that burden still fall on you.
Still fall on you, that's right. That's right. That's absolutely right, sir. That is absolutely right. So you said that you all have cremation services, you have traditional burials, you have direct cremations, you know,
Cremations.
Cremations with the service.
We ship out to different states, international shipping. We're a one-stop shop. We take care of all our family needs, whatever it is.
So what's the furthest that you've ever had to ship someone, send someone out?
We actually shipped someone back to Jamaica not long ago. That's probably been the farthest I've sent someone.
Jamaica, okay. And bringing someone in, what's the furthest that they've come into your firm?
We brought them in from California, probably every city, New York, Philadelphia. Wherever it happens to go down, we can pretty much get you into anywhere. Yes, sir.
Okay, great, great, man. So in closing here, what's that nugget that you want to tell our listening audience? Maybe they, one thing that if they didn't get anything out of this conversation tonight, they can take something away with them. What's that one thing that you want to leave our audience with tonight before we close out here?
Mr. Johnson, in just closing, I just want the community to know that I love them, I appreciate them. They've stood beside me during my ups, my downs, my good and my bad. I will always continue to give my best. I will always continue to be a stand-up citizen in your community. I will always give my best every day so that they can be proud of me. I just want everyone to know, my wife, my kids, my workers, that I love y'all. I appreciate you. It's nothing I wouldn't do for you. And Koger's Mortuary is going to always be here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, you guys have heard it first from the little country boy out of the little town of Ritter, South Carolina. Shout out to Ritter and all the country roads and everything down there. Listen, sir, once again, I sincerely appreciate you taking the time to sit down and talk to me. I know you're a busy man. Don't get to grab a hold to you much, but I appreciate this time, man, that we are able to sit here and talk. I appreciate your friendship over the years, sir. You know, whenever I reach out to you or you reach out to me, we're always there. You know, I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, sir. And I just want you to know that we're constantly praying for you, you know, that you continue to go those higher heights, man, and keep reaching high.
I appreciate you for thinking of me and giving me the opportunity. You know, it's nothing but love, brother, and love you forever, man.
Yes, sir, definitely, definitely. Please give our regards to Mrs. Koger and the young ladies. One more in high school, right?
I got one in the 9th grade, one's at Greenville Tech, one works in Greenville, and the oldest is married with kids.
Wow. You're almost an empty nester, man.
Yeah. We're not mad. Tell Miss Cecilia hello. I miss her, and I wish she could come back to the Department of Revenue.
I'll let her know, sir. I appreciate you, man. We'll be talking, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. God bless you, man.
God bless you.
All right. We want to thank Mr. Koger and for the owner and CEO of Koger's Mortuary in Walterboro for tuning in with us live tonight. And we sincerely appreciate him for being our guest here on Johnson Spotlight tonight. We also want to thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in tonight on this edition of Johnson Spotlight. Hey, if you know someone who needs to be spotlighted, we talked about insurance throughout our talk with Mr. Koger, getting the proper insurance. And it hit me that we need to get an insurance agent on here. So if you are an insurance agent or you know an insurance agent that can come on and talk to us and we can spotlight that insurance agency's company, send me an email at Johnson Spotlight 1. That's JOHNSONSPOTLIGHT, the number 1 at gmail.com. Send me an email of the name and the number, email of that person that can be spotlighted. And I will reach out to them and send them the invitation because I want to bring them on here to spotlight him. Listen, this is nothing about me. It's not about me. It's all about spotlighting these businesses, these individuals that are doing positive things in our community. There's enough negativity going on out there. There's enough bad news going on out there. We want Johnson Spotlight. We are about spotlighting and bringing the light on the positive within our community. So please reach out to us. We also have a YouTube channel. This video, as well as the other videos that we've done over the past 2 months that we've been in existence, this video will be on our YouTube channel. And our YouTube channel is what? None other than Johnson's with an apostrophe S Spotlight. Johnson's Spotlight. Go and search us. Go and look us up. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're at about 63 subscriptions right now. We're trying to reach 100 subscriptions and more over the next few weeks. So please go ahead to our YouTube channel, subscribe, like, and share our YouTube channel, and bless someone with one of the videos that you see. Go out there and share it with them, and we'll be so ever grateful for you for doing so. So I am Sean Johnson, the host of Johnson Spotlight, and once again, we want to thank Mr. Miguel Koger of Koger's Mortuary. He's the CEO, the founder, and owner there of Koger's Mortuary. Listen, I want to give you their website. If you want to go to their website and find out more about them, it's KogersMortuaryCares.com. Once again, that's KogersMortuaryCares.com. And the telephone number for Koger's Mortuary is 843-782-8200. That's 843-782-8200. Call them in your time of need. That's Koger's Mortuary. They're located in Walterboro, South Carolina. Well, this is the end of this session, this edition of Johnson Spotlight. We want to thank you for your time tonight, for tuning in, and for being a part of this edition of Johnson Spotlight. God bless you all. God bless you all. Love to you all, and we thank you. Please stay tuned for our next edition of Johnson Spotlight. You never know who will be here, so we'll be advertising this as soon as we lock in some dates. God bless you all. Thank you again for tuning in, and God bless you. Stay blessed and peaceful out there.